What's it like trying to film a movie, trying to produce a movie during the coronavirus chaos? Although we now know that Stanford's top medical doctor, Dr. Scott Atlas, has stated that the coronavirus is now less dangerous than the common flu for kids.
We have a man with us who's a great expert from Stanford. He's working with us. He's consulting with us. And he's going to be at our press conference in a little while at 5:30. But maybe Dr. Scott Atlas could say just a couple of words, and we're going to be covering it in more detail in a little while. And you folks are, if you're interested in watching, we'd love to have you. Scott, please.
Okay, thank you, Mr. President. It's a great honor to be asked to help out in any way I can, and the event I thought was terrific. I want to thank everyone for participating, and sort of to reiterate the bottom line on this, as the President and Vice President and Secretary DeVos have said, which is we know that the risk of the disease is extremely low for children, even less than that of seasonal flu.
Although we now know that Stanford's top medical doctor, Dr. Scott Atlas, has stated that the coronavirus is now less dangerous than the common flu for kids, many leaders have still decided to keep our country locked down, to keep our schools shuttered, to make you wear masks due to these mask mandates that will protect us from a virus that, according to Dr. Dan Erickson, has a 0.02% fatality rate.
But who is Dr. Dan Erickson?
Dr. Dan Erickson is the co-founder of Accelerated Urgent Care based in Bakersfield, California. They have multiple locations throughout the country, and he actually went to school to become Dr. Dan Erickson. You see, Dr. Dan Erickson went to college there at the Western University of Health Sciences, at the College of Osteopathic Medicine of the Pacific. He went to the Western University of Health Sciences Medical School in 2004, and he's been practicing medicine for now 16 years. Bean, does that answer your question?
That does. Thank you for that information.
You got to stop with the personal attacks. You can't be trying to vet my sources. This is your dad's podcast. You can't be trying to discredit me by asking real questions.
Oh, I know. It's tough.
Yet still, what's it like to shoot the first movie amidst the COVID chaos? Well, today's guest, she's an actress, and she's going to share with you what it's like to film the first major film to commence filming in North America since the COVID-19 chaos swept the country. It's an interesting show. I ask her about how you write scripts and how you go about acting in a movie with your spouse. Ladies and gentlemen, on today's show, we are going to be interviewing Lauren Swickard.
And we're adding Lauren to the line right now. We'll be live in 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
There's so much pressure. Lauren, this may be one of the best or worst interviews of your life. So here we go. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Here comes the intro music.
3, 2, 1. Boom! You are now entering the dojo of Mojo and the Thrive Time Show.
Thrive Time Show on the microphone. What is this? Top of the iTunes charts in the category of business. Drilling down on business topics like we are a dentist. Providing you with mentorship like you are an apprentice. And we go so fast that you might get motion sickness. Grab a pen and pad to the lab. Let's get in this. It's time to bear some fruit like some Florida oranges. 3, 2, 1. Here come the business ninjas.
Sonic boom.
Oh, yes. Yes. Thrive Nation, we are in the air everywhere. And Z, I tell you what, it is ecstasy when you are next to me. There's just something divine about just having you inside the man cave.
I love being in here. There's no place in the world I'd rather be right now than right here doing what we're doing.
Can I tell you one thing about the man cave there, Z?
Yes, you may.
We decorate it in kind of a man motif.
Man motif.
And I'll tell you one thing we don't have enough of in this man cave.
What is that?
Beautiful people.
Beautiful.
James is beautiful and you're beautiful, but I'm not beautiful.
Andrew's beautiful.
Well, yeah, that's true. But I mean, today's guest though, this guest, she's an actress, and she's got a big career here, and she's got a new production she's just releasing right now. Her name is Lauren Swickard. Welcome on to the Thrive Time Show. How are you?
Hi, guys. I'm so good. I'm so happy to be here.
You're filming a production during the COVID chaos?
Yes,
What do you?
It is.
What's going on?
we wrapped already. So we did it. It's finished, and it's coming to you guys Christmas 2020.
Christmas 2020. The upcoming film is called A California Christmas. Tell me about your role with the film and what inspired you to make this film.
So I am a writer. So I'm always writing, every genre, holiday, romance, everything. So I had a Christmas script, and, this production company that I've worked with before, ESX Productions, they were looking for a Christmas story. And so, we changed it up a little bit to make it work with their locations. And from the time I finished writing it to the time we were on set, I think we had 3 weeks of pre-production.
3 weeks of pre-production. So
It was
because
pretty crazy.
because I'm when you say pre-production, this is what I think. I don't know what that means. So educate us, because I'm just telling you, I don't know. I'm psychologically, emotionally unable to relate to what you just said. Educate us, because we're Oklahomies.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So pre-production means you get the script, and then, you have to hire your crew. You have to hire your art department, which sometimes art department has to build sets that are in the script. So usually a production takes 2 to 3 months to hire their crew, to hire the art department, to build the sets. But we did everything in 3 weeks because my husband, who in the movie with me and helped me write it, his name is Josh Swickard. His TV show, we got word that they were going back to filming. So we had to rush our production to make it work before he had to go back to set.
Now, Josh, your husband there, he is from General Hospital fame. Am I correct?
Yes.
Do you guys ever make yourselves nervous? Like when you look at him, are you like, oh, that's the guy from General Hospital? And then does he ever look at you and go, that's the person from California Christmas? I mean, is it ever just a total freak out moment every time you see each other?
I think before quarantine, definitely. But now we've seen each other too much. So it's just like, oh yeah, you're that guy.
Lauren,
that guy, I know you.
How many men that auditioned for the role that your husband finally ended up with? Let me think about this.
Controversy.
Come on, controversy. Controversial question. 10, 20, 1, 300?
You guys are so fun. Okay, sadly, no, we didn't make him go through. We didn't make an audition process for the role of Joseph. So it was kind of just.
He was a shoo-in.
The whole
he
time.
was a shoo-in.
So yeah, he did. He got a straight offer.
It was a lock.
Now,
Wow.
a stone cold lead pipe lock. Now, I want to ask you about this because
Clay, that's why you didn't get the role. You didn't even have a shot at it.
No,
I mean, think about it.
Well, the thing
I mean-
is, Lauren, I want to throw this out there because it's the law of attraction.
Right.
Oprah's talked about it. Napoleon Hill talks about it.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get anything out of this world unless you put it out there. I have an extensive portfolio of hand modeling services
it's
that I
impressive.
offer. So
It's impressive.
Should Mr. General Hospital ever find himself, his hand unfit for a scene, you call me. I'll step in with my. My hand will just move into the scene.
Yeah.
So just throwing that out there. Okay, we continue. Now other questions. Where's home for you? Like where do you live? Tell us about the daily life of a movie star.
Oh my gosh. So we live in Studio City, California, right around this hike called Fryman Canyon. It's a really popular hike. And so we hike all the time. We have 2 little dogs. Their names are Papa and Mina. And we love it. Josh works, 5 days a week. And so do I. And it's great here. It's really hot though. We live in the valley, they call it. So it's just constantly hot. I think it's 100-something degrees right now outside.
Oh,
What
brutal.
kind of family did you come from? Do you come from a long lineage of actors and actresses, important people?
No, I'm the only one. I was a dancer in New York City before I became an actress. I actually found acting because I injured myself while I was dancing in New York, and they had to, give me something else to do. So I started to do acting classes. and I fell in love with it, and I changed careers when I was super young.
Z, I don't know if you recall this moment, but Z and I,
you're dancing.
He was my wife's boss. He has an optometry clinic, a massive optometry clinic, the biggest one in Oklahoma, actually. True story.
Wow.
And Z, do you remember that when you and I first met at Magoo's?
Oh yeah.
You were rolling in there, showing us your dance moves. Remember that?
You know it.
And you were breaking it down. I'm thinking, man, this guy's good. Anyway, so that's how we met. That's how we met. It didn't go well, but here we are. Sorry about that flashback.
Sorry.
I do want to ask you, Lauren, what's your favorite old school jam? Do you have a favorite old school song, a song that takes you back?
She looks like she's 13. I don't know that she could even
get out of here.
Young. She looks very young.
I love Can't Touch This.
Oh, well, there we go.
No, that one,
Yeah.
That's my favorite song.
That's
okay.
awesome.
My favorite throwback.
All right, I respect that. Now, okay, let's talk more about this film. Certain people are going, okay, I might want to watch the film. I might want to see it. What's the movie about? How did the script come about?
So the company that I'm working for, called ESX, they have a lot of connections in Petaluma, California, which is the middle of nowhere wine country near Napa Valley. So think it's horses, it's cows, it's dairy farms, it's wineries. So I'm like, okay, how can I make this into something that fits with their locations? So we thought winery, because we love wine, and then horses. We love horses. So it's a classic Save the Ranch story, I like to call it. And it's centered around, my character's name is Callie, and Callie's family is losing this ranch that they've grown up on. And on the ranch, there's a winery, and the winery is going under as well. And, there are offers coming in from the bank, there are offers coming in from all of these different companies, but Callie and her family keep saying no. Eventually, one of the companies, the big city company called the Van Aston Enterprises, they make Callie a big, big offer. And she still says no, but they actually send one of their representatives, Joseph Van Aston. They send him down to the ranch that Callie's on to meet her in person. Talk to her, maybe use his looks and his charms to convince her to sell her land.
Fireworks.
Well, right?
Callie.
Keep going.
Callie, I'm from the big city,
So,
and
yes.
I like your wine and your horse. Of
So
course.
when Joseph arrives at the ranch, he actually comes up on Callie, and Callie is helping a mama cow give birth to a baby cow. And Joseph is a germaphobe, so he's like all out of whack when he comes up. He did not expect this. And a week or two ago, they hired a ranch hand to come help. So the ranch hand is nowhere to be seen because he's late all the time. So they actually mistake Joseph for the ranch hand. And because Joseph is so flabbergasted by this whole thing, he accidentally takes on the identity of the ranch hand. And then he decides to keep up the facade. And then Callie and Joseph fall in love, all while Callie thinks he's a ranch hand. And then, I'm not going to give away the ending,
Please
but
don't.
his identity does come out. The truth comes out.
I have to know. Lauren, have you been to research for the film about the ranch? Did you come to Oklahoma? Have you been to Oklahoma before?
I've never been, and I would love to, because I love ranch life. I love it. I would love to go.
What I would like to do, Z, during the show, I'd like to teach Lauren how to speak Oklahoma.
There you go.
So, Lauren, what you want to do first off is you want to turn off your synaptic gaps are firing too fast. You want to slow it down by about 8 times.
8 times.
And you want to say, so, well, Z, on today's, almost like I fell asleep. On today's edition of the Thrive Time Show, we're going to interview Lauren Swickard. And you just want to slow it down. And then you want to end sentences, because we know that God created this country, this earth, and the Bible. And these are things I actually do believe. But what we do is we say, well, by God. Because by God clarifies that whatever you had said or whatever is done was by God. And that's how you do it. And there it is.
She can come visit my thoroughbred horse ranch.
I like it.
He does have a horse ranch. He really does, Lauren. He has one.
Rockin' Z Ranch. OK.com.
He does.
Oh, yeah.
You should Google it. It's a real thing.
I breed and race thoroughbreds as one of mine.
What? I'm so jealous. Wow.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
That makes
He's
two of us.
He's a faux doctor. He's not a real doctor.
Yeah,
He
I'm
pretends
just-
to be.
I'm
He's
optometrist.
an optometrist, so it's kind of a fake doctor. So okay, so your movie though, people, I think right now people thought that Hollywood completely stopped during the pandemic. Did it keep going a little bit, or no, or what?
So it did. It completely stopped, in March.
Okay.
And then in July, it slowly started to come about. We were actually the first production to wrap, the first one. So it's very, very new, Hollywood starting within COVID guidelines. But it is starting to come back, and we're all so excited.
Do they have a lot of hand modeling?
What are the opportunities like for hand models?
I mean, if Clay came out there, I mean, would he have a shot? You think?
Okay, I'm going to tell you what. You need to make an Instagram, just
Okay.
your hands,
Yeah.
doing all the things,
Yeah.
and then I can be your manager.
And then you can promote him. I get a little piece of the action.
Well, we did $7 of revenue this year. Well, nice.
Wow.
Okay, now I got two final questions for you, and then I'll let you get back to doing great things here. I don't know at all the world of acting. I don't know what this is. All I can say is I'm sure in your world you probably bump into these big time stars and people that you've seen all the movies. Is there been have you interacted with a star that made you nervous, or what star made you the most nervous where you thought and you just couldn't even speak really, but you had to because you were on the set with them? I mean, who is the one who's made you the most nervous?
Oh my gosh! So I hope you guys have time for maybe a 2-minute story here.
Sure. Oh yeah.
So when I first moved to LA, I was teaching dance to little kids, which I loved, and I was also working for what's it called? Oh my gosh, a staffing agency. So you get hired and you serve waters at red carpets, or you serve drinks at a party. It's basically whatever the big Hollywood people need people to serve them for. They go to the staffing agency and they literally choose you by your headshot, and you get to go do these things. So I was chosen to serve the Vanity Fair Oscar after party. So people didn't even get to this home until around 1 a.m. And I was standing there, and if you guys lose me, just tell me so I know to start over. But I was standing there, and they chose me to serve the drinks when everyone walked in. So everyone was already pretty tipsy from whatever they were doing pre-Oscars, and then right after. This was just an after party. So I was holding this tray of champagne, and I have been a hostess, and I've worked at clothing stores. I had never been a server because I wasn't even of age. I was like, I think I had just turned 21. So I was holding this tray of champagne. It was so heavy. I was trying to pooch my stomach out to maybe prop the tray on my stomach. I was,
That's a move.
Moving my hips, trying to hold it. My arms started going numb. I was so nervous because Anne Hathaway was walking in. Leonardo DiCaprio was walking in. Jennifer Lawrence, Selena Gomez, Justin Bieber, anyone that's ever been anyone in Hollywood was walking in. So then, after 3 hours of holding this tray, 2 things happened. One, Mark Ruffalo came and he took the tray from me, and I got to shake out my arms because no one was grabbing the drinks. The nicest thing anyone's ever done to me. Then the second thing that happened was hours went by and I was still holding this tray. I spilled the entire tray on Kate Bosworth's dress.
Nice move.
Spilled it.
Yeah.
Spilled it. Was terrified. So went to the bathroom, started crying. It was a whole thing. But that party, I was a ball of nerves the entire time.
Boom. See, I don't have a story filled with that many stars. So far
Isn't that crazy?
It's crazy. It's crazy.
That's so Hollywood, though.
You get to make a point for that. See, you get to ask the final question.
No, go ahead, Lauren.
I get to ask.
Oh.
I get to ask the final question?
If you want to, or Z could ask. It's really a toss-up because this is your show. We just happen to be here, hiding behind these microphones.
You know what? Z, hit me with it because I have no idea what I would ask.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah, unless I would ask about the horses, but that might be boring for y'all.
Oh no, that'd be fun. We'll get to that the next show or whatever. We'll talk
Okay,
about
perfect.
that. So, but you can go to my ranch website. It's kind of fun. rockinzranchok.com. It's kind of fun.
I'm
Now,
going to. I'm
Well, yeah,
excited.
check it out. It's kind of fun. Do you have that drone thing on there on my website?
I believe we do have drone footage on your website
Clay
of your
sent his
ranch.
team out there and did a really cool drone video of it the other day. Okay, so here's the question. Of all the movies you've seen, I want your top 3 movies. And if you could have played any part in a movie that you were not in, and you said to yourself, self, that's a part that I really, really, really want. If I could have had that part, I wouldn't have had to hold that dang heavy champagne platter for 3 hours and nearly kill myself. So what is it? Some top movies and a top role that you, Lauren, would have loved to have had.
Okay. I'm going to throw some TV shows in.
Oh.
Sound of Music is my favorite movie.
Okay.
I would have loved to be any of the kids in Sound of Music.
Perfect. Okay, that's great. I love those old piece history, shows like that show us how it was.
I'm glad that Lauren
too.
didn't make us super nervous.
Super nervous.
Okay, Lauren, thank you so much. I appreciate you being normal. I think we thought we'd interview these Hollywood people. We get Wolfgang Puck on the show, and we get certain people. I love when we get normal people on the show. Lauren, thank you for being a great American.
And Lauren, just as the final question, when you talked about dance, was it ballet? Was it jazz? Was it jazz hands? What were you teaching? What were you doing? Just out of curiosity.
Are you interested in jazz hands for the hand modeling?
Well, I'm for Clay.
My
yes,
portfolio
I'm
is extensive.
It was ballet, so strict ballet only. Get me to do a hip hop class, and I look like a stiff board because I can't move now because I was so trained. But classic ballerina.
Oh, I love it.
Lauren, you're a great American, and
Yes,
we're so glad you're on the show. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you guys for having me. You guys were so fun.
And now, without any further ado, 3, 2, 1, boom!
Why does this still keep happening to me? I don't know whose prayer I'm breaking into, but I'm breaking into somebody's prayer saying, Lord, why do I keep going through the same things over and over again? And the Lord sent me here to tell you the problem is with your default. Until you change your default, you will always go back to being who you were before because you have never changed your mind. You change your friends, you change your address, you change your phone number, you change the songs you sing, you change everything else, but you didn't change your mind. There's nothing as powerful as a changed mind.
Boom! Nothing as powerful as a changed mind. Boom! Better get yours, cause I'ma take mine. Boom! Leave them where they got if they ain't ready. Used to have a lot of homies, now they dropping like a betty. I'm like, boom! We taking over, it's our time now. Boom! Oh, you ain't know, we about to thrive now. Big, overwhelming, optimistic, momentum, A-place. Hey, back, let me get them. Go get them then. Hurdle every obstacle, trying to do the impossible. Turned my whole life around, haters thought it was comical. Had to make some moves, didn't even seem logical. Quarterback to play, man, I had to call it audible. Drop back, stop that, rearrange or switch it up. Only got one life to live, it's best that you go live it up. Failure ain't an option, ain't no way that I can give it up. Hey, knowledge, go pick it up. Nothing like your posse, look poppy, you cannot top me. They watch me and try to copy like Rocky, you cannot stop me. Hungrier than ever, we grinding all through the weather. We shining because we better get with us, we bout our cheddar. Once I change my mind, dog, trust me, ain't no going back. Coming for that top spot, I'm feeling like they owe me that. Time for us to level up, I feel like we've been holding back. Throw your hands up, say it with me if you know it, Dad. Boom! Nothing is powerful as a changed mind. Boom! Better get yours, cause I'ma take mine. Boom! Leave them where they got if they ain't ready. Used to have a lot of homies, now they dropping like a betty. I'm like, boom! We taking over, it's our time now. Boom! Oh, you ain't know, we about to thrive now. Big, overwhelming, optimistic, momentum, A-place. Hey, back, let me get them. Yeah. Came a long way from where I used to be. Don't even see life the way I used to see it. Old habits die hard, but you gotta leave them. If they ain't riding like a Harley, then you don't need them. You're cheering and you're clapping, I don't need that. Fake friends treat them like Fat Joe, make them lean back. Excitement, no vision, makes you blind, I can see that. Anything I think up in my mind, I can achieve that. I can make it
Philly if I want to. I'ma keep it real cause I want to. Other women try to holler, girl, I want you. And disrespecting wifey's what I won't do. Gon' do your dance, gon' do your dance. If you really wanna change, gotta have a plan. Even when they sit down, I'ma take a stand. Throw your hands up, say it with me if you know it, man.
Beliefs become your thoughts become your actions. So be intentional about where your passion is focused. There's no hocus pocus. We only live once, man, and you know this. You can't press the rewind, but you can make a beeline to the next level like you're headed for the tree line. I was born in Minnesota, moved to Oklahoma, incorporated both into my rhymes. Now it's time to show you how a former stuttering student can turn out the raps with a miracle flow in the cash to match. Yeah, I'm imported, a Minnesota refugee, but I'm consistent as can be as I rap on hip-hop beats, bringing rappers and tax. Even though that I'm wise, I can play that funky music, but I ain't vanilla ice. Here we go, here we go, here we go, full steam. 3, 2, 1, dynamite on the scene.
Boom! Nothing is powerful as I change mine. Boom! Better get yours, cause I'ma take mine. Boom! Leave them where they got if they ain't ready. Used to have a lot of homies, now they dropping like a fatty. I'm like, boom! We taking over, it's our time now. Boom! Oh, you ain't know, we about to thrive now. Big, overwhelming, optimistic, momentum. Boom!
And the Lord sent me here to tell you the problem is with your default. Until you change your default, you will always go back to being who you were before because you have never changed your mind. You change your friends, you change your address, you change your phone number, you change the songs you sing, you changed everything else, but you didn't change your mind. There is nothing as powerful as a changed mind.
Hear the rest of T.D. Jakes' incredible, life-changing, and mind-altering sermon, Nothing as Powerful as a Changed Mind Today, by looking up T.D. Jakes on YouTube and typing in Nothing as Powerful as a Changed Mind.
You're getting ready to flow. I feel the glory.
That is a lyrical miracle rap